I get dropped, brother, right back in. I'm gonna fight this shit, I'm gonna take this risk and let my pride get dropped, brother, right back in. Cause there's no question, I've been through worse, I can handle this.
Hey, YouTube, what's happening, Captain? Dade Ripple coming back at you with another online ranked head-to-head match. We got the middleweight division. We got Mr. Roy Jones Jr. going up against Mr. Sugar Ray motherfucking Robinson, the one and only SSR Sugar Ray Robinson. Now, if this fight might feel a little bit familiar to you, you might think you saw it recently, maybe you got a little bit of deja vu, maybe you're going batshit crazy, huh? Maybe a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? No, fear not, my friends. You have seen this fight go down recently, and you saw it on none other than one of the best up-and-coming YouTube talents out there, one of the best commentators, one of the best Fight Night Champion simulation boxers out there to date, my boy, that dude, Fight Night's finest. Now, in that fight, as always, in every single Fight Night Champion video of Fight Night's finest that I've ever seen, you saw a beautiful display of boxing ability. You really get to sense in his videos that he has not only a great deal of knowledge of the boxing sweet science, but you also get a sense that he knows every single fighter that he fights with. Now, what I mean by that is if you were to take a Sugar Ray Robinson video, a real life video, and you watch that video, either come back to it or watch it side by side, you can really see the similarities being portrayed in both videos. Everything from the spot on defense to the clean ass combinations he was hitting that man with. The timing, just everything, man. Being able to outthink, outmatch, outbox, and outclass his opponent, just to the point where you just really felt bad for that man. Like, why you gotta do him like that, man? Why you gotta do him like that? But that's something that's always been impressive about Fight Night's finest, and that's always something that I've strived for myself, just being realistic in the way that you play the game. And that's something that you really don't see, especially 3 years from launch. You really don't see a lot of guys who make fighting realistically a priority in your game. Most guys, including myself when I first started, they like boxing, they might want to simulate boxing, but really all they wanted was that win. They want that W, they want that championship, they want that leaderboard, they want that #1 spot. And I used to be like that, and for what it's worth, as time went on, I did have a good bit of success with that. Me, Fight Night's finest, and the whole, a lot of guys in the YouTube community have been successful as far as that goes. As far as getting those OWC belts, getting those bare knuckle belts, being in the top 100 in head-to-head division. But as time went on, and the game has disintegrated, it's becoming less possible to do those things no matter how skilled you are. You got motherfuckers with fake belts, you got lag switches, you got the server shutting down on you, got random shut-offs. So, as the game has disintegrated and I've gotten more into boxing in real life, one of my greatest regrets to date in life is that I didn't get into boxing in real life until later on in life. I would love to be able to turn back time and go back and train in the gym and be able to pursue a career in boxing, because that's how much I'm into it now. But unfortunately, I'm 20 years old, I got a wife, I got kids now, I got responsibilities, I got to put that paycheck on the table. So I really don't think it's gonna happen for me. But your boy, Fight Night's finest, that dude, he has one hell of an opportunity in front of him. He's got the youth, he's got the knowledge of the boxing game, he's got everything set on the table for him to take it by the balls. And I'm most pleased to hear that he's in the gym now. He's taking MMA classes, he's gonna be taking boxing classes, and that's what's up, dude. Please continue that. Don't let anything discourage you, man. It's gonna hurt, your body's gonna be sore and all that, and you're gonna have trials and tribulations, but please, man, follow them dreams, bro. Whatever it is you want to do in life, you're a cool ass dude, and I want to see you succeed, man. Please, don't be like me having regrets. I want to see you in a boxing ring, I want to see you in an MMA ring, or if you just want to go and follow the commentary route, continue the amazing commentaries that you do on YouTube. I want to see you next to Roy Jones at a boxing match live. And just remember, Remember what I'm saying to you when you get there, if you do get there. I know you're gonna get there, but remember your boy, man. When you're a baller and you're rich and you driving around in the fucking M-boys and all that, man. Remember Day to Rip One, bro. But back to the point, man. Just being realistic in the way you play the game, and you don't see a lot of that now. And there's a lot of aspects in, a lot of levels of, fighting realistically or unrealistically. Obviously at the top of the list, you got the spammers, the guys who just completely discard the sweet science of boxing and completely just fuck up the gaming experience of their opponents and their fellow players, all in the name of getting that win. But you also got guys who do it in different ways. You got guys who just don't follow the template of how their fighters should fight. You know what I mean? One of the most fucking annoying things I've ever seen in this game is getting into the ring with a Mike Tyson that runs like a bitch. It's fucking unrealistic. It shouldn't work as well as it does. In my wish list for the next fight night, there definitely should be penalties for guys who do not fight the way their fighter is set up to fight. If you're an inside fighter, you should be fighting inside. If you're an outside fighter, you should be fighting outside. And there should be penalties for when you don't do that shit. Just like, guys that I see with Muhammad Ali who come forward and brawl. I mean, the shit looks retarded. It's not realistic. And, just there's a real lack of, guys who make that a priority. And, I think that's why, guys like Fight Night's Finest, guys like myself, guys who make that a priority to look realistic and make their videos as realistic as possible. I think that's why we get, the amount of respect that we do on YouTube. Now, there's always going to be haters, like I said in the past. There's always going to be trolls. There's always going to be guys that, for whatever reason, they don't like you. Maybe it's from, bad interactions that you've had in the past. God knows I've had a few. Maybe it's jealousy that they can't rock it the way you're rocking it. They can't do it as good as you're doing it, so they're going to do whatever they can to get in your way and try and cock block you. They're going to dislike your videos. They're going to, leave nasty comments. They're going to do whatever they can to derail your success. And also a little bit later on in this video, I'm going to give you guys my new strategy for dealing with these clowns. Because as new as I am to YouTube, I've been around for a while now, but I'm still, in the grand scheme of things, I'm still pretty new. And I definitely made mistakes in that regard. But I'm gonna give you guys, my new strategy. I've been looking around on YouTube. I've been just thinking, man. And I'm gonna give you guys my new strategy for that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the gameplay real quick. And what you see in this fight, as I see in a lot of fights nowadays, you have Sugar Ray Robinson, the best fighter in the game, a 96 overall, and you see him not wanting to come forward whatsoever. You want him, he's one of those chase me, let's play tag guys. And it's annoying as fuck. But getting back to the Fight Night Finest video I was talking about, it inspired me to do this video because not only did you see an amazing performance by Fight Night's Finest, you saw a very lackluster performance by his opponent, being Roy Jones Jr. And I've always been a big fan of Roy Jones Jr. Growing up. I grew up in Florida. He's from Pensacola, Florida, and he was big shit in Florida. So, Florida. I know I said it like a million fucking times, but it's okay. It's okay, man. And speaking of being realistic and, being impressed about, what he did in that fight, you see we get stunned there, but we ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about nothing. The combinations ain't hit shit. But one of the things I wanted to do in this video is put on the most accurate portrayal of Roy Jones Jr. that I could. Now, Roy Jones Jr. Wasn't always one of those guys that comes forward a lot, but I really didn't have a choice in this match, being that he was such a defensive bitch. So, I did the best that I could, having to come forward. Roy Jones Jr. was one of those guys that in his prime, just like Sugar Ray Robinson, was regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound boxers out there. And what is unique about Roy Jones Jr. is he made wrong right. He was one of those guys, like a couple other guys, he did everything wrong. Everybody said he did everything wrong. He got tons of hate for, the old school sweet science guys. He would back up with his hands down. He would, just do all kinds of things that you're not supposed to do in the game of boxing. But this man was so athletically gifted that it just did not fucking matter. You know, he would stand in front of people with his hands up in the air or his hands down and his chin out, just begging these motherfuckers to tag him, making a mistake, and they just couldn't do it. He was just so fast. He had so much power. He had a devastating left hook, not only up to the top, but to the body. And, you know, the reflexes, just a cat-like reflexes. He would just murder motherfuckers, man. So, you know, you're seeing a little bit of that here. I'm doing my best. You know, we're countering well. We're tagging him clean despite him being so defensive. And we're just doing our best to, you know, once again, be realistic. You know, looking for that hook up top, we're looking for the hook to the body. We're not really trying to land that straight so much. I see it all the time with guys that use Roy Jones Jr. You know, that's the main weapon that they use is that straight. And, you know, one of the reasons I don't like to use it so much is it just feels weird to me. It's not the kind of straight that I'm used to. It feels weird trying to time it. But, you know, as I've been fighting with Roy Jones Jr., I'm getting better as it, as you'll see later on in this video. You know, we do some pretty devastating shit with it. But we just, you know, we're just trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr., man. And that brings me up to, you know, a tip I have for these new guys. You know, as I get a little bit bigger in YouTube, you know, I'm nowhere near Fight Night's finest, or nowhere near, you know, nobody in our little circle is nowhere near, you know, the Toby Games and the PewDiePies and all that. But slowly but surely, I'm starting to see, you know, new guys trickle in. You know, it seems like every day I'm getting 1 subscriber here, 2 subscribers there, 3 subscribers here. And, you know, one of the most common questions that I'm asked is, you know, how can I improve my Fight Night game? And, you know, I have a tip not only for you to, you know, get better at your Fight Night game, but also to be a more simulation and a more realistic boxer. And that tip is as follows. Watch boxing. Watch boxing. It's as simple as that. You know, 90% of the shit that you see in my boxing videos comes straight from boxing in real life. You know, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll watch a boxing fight, you know, a boxing fight that's big like Canelo versus Lara. What I'll do with that fight is I'll watch it once for entertainment, but I'll also record it. And I'll go back and I'll look at every single aspect of both fighters. You know, especially if it's a boxer that I'm a fan of, like, you know, Miguel Cotto in the Sergio Martinez fight. You know, I'll go and I'll watch and I'll pay attention to, you know, the combinations that he's throwing, his timing, every single thing that he does. And after I'm done with that, you know, I'll watch certain parts of the video and then I'll hit them training games, man. Them training games is one of the biggest tips that I can give you, is live your life in there. I can't tell you how many hours that I've spent in training games. I know Fight Night's Finest is the same way. We've talked about it several times, you know, just being in those training games. And, you know, guys have asked me, you know, I feel like I'm one of the better combination punchers. You know, you see me throwing tons of different combinations. And they ask me, you know, how do you do that? Well, I watch boxing, you know what I mean? I'll see a combination that's sick. I'll be like, oh, god damn, man, I wish I could do that. So I look and I see and I, you know, time it. You know, I've literally watched a boxing match where, you know, he'll throw a combination and then I'll time it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, bam, bam. And then, you know, I'll hit them training games and I'll work on exactly that. Also, you know, the training games, the heavy bag combination training game, you know, that's another great one. So, you know, there it is. You know, that's one of the biggest things that I do that helps me get my Fight Night game better. And you know, a lot of times the computer on Greatest of All Time in the training games is much tougher than what you'll see online from, you know, some of these new guys, or, you know, some of the guys that just spam. You know, once you get you know, good with the computer, it becomes much easier to know the timing. It becomes much easier to know the range in the boxing ring from where you throw, you know, where a certain punch is going to land. As you saw in the live comm, you know, I'd say I'm going to throw this punch and then boom. Simply being in the right spot of the ring and will tremendously help your boxing game, and that's what those training games do. We're gonna go ahead and jump back into the gameplay. As you saw, we already got one knockdown. As I was talking, I had some problems with my video playback software, but get down again, bitch. A beautiful 3-punch combination. We will hit him with the left uppercut, go downstairs with the right hand, and as he's on the way down, we top it off, almost send him through the ropes with that straight hand. That's what I was talking about. You know, we do some pretty devastating shit with this straight hand in this match. And, you know, we're going in for the kill now, man. We have this guy right where we want him. He doesn't know what to do. He can't land anything. You know, the only thing he's really been landing is those straight hands and 1-2s. But you know, as Roy Jones Jr., the great counter ability that he has, you know, we're showing off some of that. So this match is going to be ending soon, so I'm going to go ahead and get into you know, what I was talking about with my tips on how to deal with these fucking haters, how to deal with these trolls, how to deal with these guys that are going to be cock blocking you on YouTube. And no matter what you do, you're bound to have them. Now, you know, coming straight from real life into YouTube, you know, I've always been one of those guys that, you know, just that macho shit. You know, you don't like people talking shit to you. So, you know, if somebody talks shit to you, you're gonna retaliate. You know, I've never been one to dislike videos, but I have gotten into the YouTube comment wars. I have made video responses about people, and as entertaining as those videos were, as I've been told by people, you know, they weren't really the best move to do if you don't like somebody and you want to hurt their channel. And that's what some of these guys that just come and randomly dislike my video, since I've been back every single video. I just posted a video and it already has a dislike on it. What you're doing when you do that is you're giving them attention. You're giving them attention. Even if you just come and dislike the video, you're watching the video. I'm getting views for that. So if I wanted to, I could be getting paid for you coming and being a douchebag and disliking my video. Number one, we know who you are, and you're just fucking pathetic, bro. It's been way too long. We get the KO here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start answering ignorance with ignorance. You know, I'm not gonna give these guys the time of day, period, because I don't want to give them any exposure. I don't want to give them any attention whatsoever, more like they're doing with me. You know, if you go on there and you leave a nasty comment, all of their subscribers and all your subscribers, every time you leave a comment, you're sharing a video now. So, you know, all your subscribers are going to see what's going on, and then that channel is going to get more traffic. They're going to get more attention, and I'm not doing that, man. You know, I don't like these fucking clowns. I don't like, you know, I'm not going to give them any attention. That's it. I'm simply going to ignore them. I'm going to deny that they even exist. And, you know, that's what it's going to be. So, this match is over, guys. The video is already over. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope these tips will help you. Let me know if they do. Let me know if you need any help on anything. DataBrip1, it's been your boy. I'm out. Peace.